Why Ryan Reynolds wanted to
play Deadpool. Jobless?
Yeah.
Jobless?
I mean,
Yeah,
just
could
like
be,
every other guy, I was like...
desperate.
Could really, desperation, definitely.
Like,
elements of middle-aged panic.
Man, he cracks me up. Ever since I saw Van Wilder when I was a teenager, I found Ryan Reynolds to be one of the most genuinely funny actors in Hollywood. If you know Ryan Reynolds at all, he tends to curse a lot. So if that bothers you, we have this playlist that has plenty of family-friendly lessons. Otherwise, get ready to laugh and learn a ton of advanced English with 2 hilarious interviews with this incredible comedic actor. But quickly, every week we make fun lessons like this one so that you can understand fast-speaking natives like Ryan Reynolds without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles. So join over 10 million English learners who are doing exactly that. Hit that subscribe button and the bell down below, and that way you won't miss a single new lesson. So in the first interview we'll watch, Ryan is being interviewed by Hugh Jackman, who co-starred with him in Deadpool and Wolverine in 2024. So he tells us a behind-the-scenes story that's absolutely hilarious. Check it out.
So in the movie, we have a character named Dogpool, and she won the ugliest dog in the entire UK. It's an actual award given, I guess, by mean people. I don't know, like, boy, she earned it. So she needs to lick my. She needs to just explore the inside of my mouth in a scene, and this is that clip, and this is me barely holding it together.
Sandra, please, Mills.
So Jules, who's the trainer, tried all sorts of things.
Jules would walk up and just shove anything in my mouth. Like, you lose all dignity.
But the 4th thing she tried just made me want to vomit and gag. Tell everybody what it was.
That was salmon paste. And you know what? You haven't lived till you've had salmon paste on an ice-cold day at 8 in the morning. And then had about 2 pounds of Peggy tongue shoved down your throat and right into your uvula. I'm surprised her tail wasn't just sticking out of my mouth and flagging like this by the end. We made it to 6th base. I mean, that was crazy.
So at the beginning of the video, we saw Ryan being hilariously honest about his career motivations. He mentions having elements of middle-aged panic when describing why he wanted to play Deadpool.
Like,
desperate.
Could really, desperation, definitely.
Like,
elements of middle-aged panic.
So if someone is middle-aged, they're in their 40s or 50s. So middle-aged panic is that anxiety some people feel when they hit that age and start worrying about what they've accomplished. It's like a midlife crisis, but a bit less traumatic. The word elements here means parts or aspects of something. When Ryan says elements of middle-aged panic, he's jokingly talking about some of the feelings that come with being middle-aged and questioning his life choices. You know, those moments where you wonder if you're successful enough or if time is running out. Check out this other example.
Okay, now, if you could walk me through all of the elements of Annabelle's illnesses. Specific details, when the symptoms began prior to the first medical visit.
By the way, we'll be learning all of these expressions that you've seen so far highlighted in blue. But quickly, I wanted to give you a pro tip. Don't just watch this lesson, experience it on the Real Life English app. Let me give you 3 big reasons. So first of all, you get vocabulary flashcards and writing exercises that use intelligent technology to help you remember new expressions like middle age and hold it together forever. No more forgetting after just hours or even minutes. Second, you get an interactive transcript. You can simply tap any other word that you don't know and boom, instant definition. No more needing to pause to look stuff up. Third, you get an ad-free experience. The app really is the perfect environment for your learning because there's nothing to annoy or distract you like here on YouTube. Don't just take my word for it. See for yourself why the app already has over 2 million downloads and tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. You can get instant access to the premium version of this lesson by tapping the link down the description from your phone now. Moving on to the dog pool story, Ryan says, boy, she earned it when talking about how the dog Peggy earned Ugliest Dog Award in the UK.
So in the movie, we have a character named Dogpool, and she won the ugliest dog in the entire UK. It's an actual award given, I guess, by mean people. I don't know, boy, she earned it.
Boy, as an interrogation, is a way to express strong emotion, like surprise, amazement, or emphasis. It's like saying, wow, or, oh man. And notice how it's not about gender at all. Anyone can say boy when they're impressed or shocked.
Okay. Let's see. Yes. Exciting. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Cam, look, I know you're upset, but please, just try and let it go tonight.
Well, can you believe she said I'm the emotionally fragile one? I mean, how crazy is that?
Boy.
Boy? Is that your thinly veiled way of saying you agree with her?
To earn something means that you deserve it because of something you did. Peggy the dog earned the ugly title because, well, according to Ryan, she really was that ugly. You can earn praise, earn money, or unfortunately, earn a bad reputation. If you get compliments on your English speaking after conversation, you'll really have earned it because you're spending your time here studying hard. And you want to speak English naturally, right? Right. Well, a huge part of that is mastering connected speech, or how we natives cut, reduce, and link our words together in fluent speech. So let's watch this part again and practice some connected speech together.
She needs to lick my, she needs to just explore the inside of my mouth in a scene.
We have quite a bit of reduction here. First, let's talk about the most common sound in English, the schwa, which sounds like If this doesn't exist in your language, it's essential you learn and practice it until it becomes natural. The article A reduces to a schwa sound, and of is a schwa plus V. They both link to other words. Inside of, inna. Let's put it all together. Inside of my mouth in a scene. Inside of my mouth in a scene. Your speaking will only get better with lots of practice, so listen to Ryan again here and try to say it just like him.
She needs to lick my, she needs to just explore the inside of my mouth in a scene. She needs to just explore the inside of my mouth in a scene. And this is that clip, and this is me barely holding it together.
All right, here's where things get really funny and gross. Ryan is describing how he was barely holding it together in a scene where the dog had to lick the inside of his mouth. Ew. What do you think Ryan meant when he said he could barely hold it together? He felt disgusted by the dog was too heavy to hold. It was difficult not to laugh. When you're barely holding it together, you're on the verge of losing control. Maybe you want to cry, to scream, or in Ryan's case, to laugh. It means you're just managing to stay composed, to keep calm, but only just.
Okay, Nancy, I realize that you are scared, but you are in this now, and I really, really need you to hold it together.
Holding it together. I shall now be the most held together person you have ever met. Okay, let's go.
Sandra Pete's milk.
So Jules, who's the trainer, tried all sorts of things.
Jules would walk up and just shove anything in my mouth. Like, you lose all dignity.
So he mentioned she would shove things in his mouth. This means she forcefully and quickly pushed things in his mouth. It's more aggressive than just putting something somewhere. Like if someone shoves you in a crowd, they're pushing you roughly. Or if you're trying to buy something from a vending machine and it's not accepting your wrinkled bill, you might get frustrated and start trying to shove the bill into the machine. Ryan humorously says he lost all dignity during this process. Your dignity is your sense of pride and self-respect. When you lose all dignity, you're in such an embarrassing or uncomfortable situation that you can't maintain any sense of pride. We've all been there. Listen again to what Hugh said here.
But the fourth thing she tried just made me want to vomit and gag.
So to gag means to make that choking sound when something is so disgusting that your body tries to reject it. It's like that reflex when something is really gross.
Tell everybody what it was.
Oh, that was salmon paste. And you know what? You haven't lived till you've had salmon paste on an ice cold day at 8 in the morning.
Now here's a fun expression. You haven't lived until you've had salmon paste on an ice cold day. Obviously Ryan is being very sarcastic here. This phrase is used to emphasize that an experience is so extreme or memorable that it's almost essential to understand life fully. We often use it sincerely, like saying you haven't lived until you've had real Italian gelato in Italy. Check out this other example.
Wait, are we deep frying Twinkies?
You haven't lived until you've deep fried a Twinkie. Engrave that, put it on my tombstone.
However, if you want to describe an experience as horrible like Ryan did here, you can use it sarcastically, like, you haven't lived until you've tried my mom's cooking, when her cooking is in fact terrible.
And then had about 2 pounds of Peggy tongue shoved down your throat and right into your uvula.
Quick cultural note. Ryan mentions having 2 pounds of Peggy tongue shoved in his mouth. In the US, we measure weight in pounds, while most of the world uses kilograms. 1 pound is about 0.45 kilograms, so 2 pounds is almost a full kilogram. That's a lot of dog tongue. Ugh.
And then had about 2 pounds of Peggy tongue shoved down your throat and right into your uvula.
He also mentions his uvula, which is that little dangly thing in the back of your throat. Most people don't think about their uvula until something touches it.
I'm surprised her tail wasn't just sticking out of my mouth, just wagging like this by the end.
What a picture Ryan paints for us here. Imagine just seeing him with a wagging tail coming out of his mouth. That's what dogs do when they're happy. They wag their tails by moving them back and forth quickly. Finally, Ryan jokes about making it to 6th base. This is a sexual innuendo playing off of baseball terminology.
We made it to 6th base. I mean, that was crazy.
In American slang, different bases, 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, represent different levels of physical intimacy. But since there are only 4 bases in baseball, 6th base is Ryan's exaggerated, humorous way of saying that things got really intimate with the dog. It's gross humor, but that's Ryan Reynolds for you. All right, I hope that you're still with me and that didn't make you gag. Let's now check out a less disgusting interview with the hilarious English comedian Amelia de Moldenberg.
So, how much do you bench?
No, not much. All show, very little go. I'm not like
That's part of being a superhero.
No, I'm pretty much out of testosterone, thankfully.
Oh, God.
That shit is gross. Hugh, though, oof, that guy's a beast.
Could you bench me?
Probably.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, he could do a lot of things. I didn't mean like that. I just meant that he could probably lift you places.
That's all I've wanted to have. Is so someone to lift me places. So you were voted People's Sexiest Man Alive in what, 2010?
Yeah, it was a while.
How does it feel to have let yourself go?
Right, just
Yeah.
hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
Now let's dive into this entertaining interview where Ryan shows some of his self-deprecating humor.
So how much do you bench?
When asked how much do you bench, Ryan deflects with humor. To bench in fitness means to bench press, lifting weights while lying on a bench. It's a common way guys measure strength, like I can bench 100 kilos.
So how much do you bench?
No, not much. All show, very little go.
Ryan's response is perfect. All show, very little go. This expression, which is usually all show, no go, or simply all show, means something looks impressive, but in fact doesn't perform well. It's like saying something is all appearance, but no substance. Ryan's joking that he might look fit, but he's not actually that strong. Check out this example.
Is that it? See all those bloated out muscles will give you? All show and no go.
And you don't want your English to be all show, right? Well, this is where it's really important to actually be able to use all the expressions that you're learning today next time you get into a conversation. And this is where real-life flashcards come in. So let me show you how these work. I'm going to pop open our recent lesson with Anne Hathaway. Check out just how powerful these are for adding new expressions to your long-term memory. All right, so let me click on that lesson with Anne. Obviously, usually you would have just watched the lesson, but I'm just going to skip that so we can check out the flashcards directly. So let's click on practice, and then here you have some options. Depending on how much time you have, you can select how many flashcards you want to study, and you can choose to do both the writing exercises and the flashcards together, or just one or the other if you have a preference. Let's just focus on flashcards for now. All right, so you're gonna see we have a definition here. To conduct some investigation or research to uncover more information about a particular topic, situation, or person. And we can show an example if we need a bit of help to remember it. So if you want to find out more about the topic, you'll need to, I'm seeing this guy with a shovel, so I'm guessing that this is do a little digging. Let's see if I'm right. Show answer. Do a little digging. And we even had the pronunciation there, right? So it was right, so I'm going to click yes, where it says, do you remember right? Yes, I've learned it. This means that it's going to be a long time before it shows me that expression again. All right, let's check out the next one. Being focused on small, unimportant things. I can't believe she's being so over something so small. It's not even worth arguing about. Can't remember what that is. So show answer.
Petty.
Oh, it's petty. Okay. So I'm going to click no. I didn't remember that at all. So basically this means it's going to show it to me very soon because I need to study that one more, right? All right, let's check out another one. To extend a part of your body away from the rest of it. Don't your leg like that, someone's going to trip over you. I believe it's like a phrasal verb, maybe with stretch, but I can't remember what word goes with stretch. Let's see. Stick out. Oh, it wasn't even that. It was stick out. But let's say that stretch out would mean the same thing. So let's say that I knew that kind of, but I was just missing the particle that goes with the phrasal verb. So I'm going to say sort of. That means now it's like kind of a middle time. So I don't need to see it super soon in a couple minutes, but I do need to study that one again soon. All right, so now we're getting this one again. Being focused on small, unimportant things. Do I remember that one now? It was petty, right?
Petty.
That's good. So yes, I've learned it. So I progressed with that one. I'm doing better with it, but still, because I didn't get that first time, it's probably going to need to be studied again later today, maybe tomorrow. That's how this spaced repetition software works. And then this one, we're seeing again. Stick out. Stick out. So yes, I've got that. But obviously, I need to study these more and continue adding those to my long-term memory. But obviously, if you're just watching this and you're not doing any sort of practice there, you're going to forget them much sooner. You're going to get into a conversation, you're like, oh, I know I studied one of those expressions with Ethan, and that would be so perfect here, but I can't remember what it was. You don't want that to be you, right? So I really recommend you try it for yourself. You can get instant access for free to that premium lesson. Just tap the link down in the description below from your phone.
I'm not like
That's part of being a superhero.
No, I'm pretty much out of testosterone, thankfully.
Oh, God.
That shit is gross.
Testosterone is a hormone that affects mood and behavior. It's also responsible for developing masculine traits like muscle mass, body hair, and a deep voice. Ryan says testosterone is gross. Gross is a casual way to say something is disgusting or unpleasant. It's pretty universal slang that everyone uses.
You're under arrest, punk. Nobody gets away from Jake probably. Oh, something yucky touched me. Oh, gross, gross, gross.
Hugh, though, oof, that guy's a beast.
But then Ryan compliments Hugh Jackman. What do you think he means by calling him a beast? Hugh Jackman is strong, scary, funny. Right, in this context, beast means someone who's incredibly strong, powerful, or impressive at something. Let's practice some more connected speech.
Could you bench me?
See, it isn't only Americans that use connected speech. Here, we have some nice morphing. When a D is followed by a Y, it often becomes a J sound, like in how do you, how'd you, or made you, made you. Could you becomes could you. Try saying it again, just like Amelia.
Could you bench me? Could you bench me?
Probably.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, he could do a lot of things. I didn't mean like that. I just meant that he could probably lift you places.
Now here's where it gets playfully awkward. When discussing Hugh's strength, Ryan says Hugh could lift you places. To lift someone literally means to pick someone up off the ground. By adding places, it means he could also carry her around. However, Ryan's delivery makes it sound both innocent and slightly suggestive at the same time. Classic Reynolds humor.
So you were voted People's Sexiest Man Alive in what, 2010?
Yeah, it was a while.
How does it feel to have let yourself go?
At the end, there's this great exchange about Ryan being named People's Sexiest Man Alive. When asked when it happened, he says, a while ago. And a while ago means a long time in the past, not recently. The way he says it is humorous because it's like it's hard to believe based on his current appearance.
I'd say you're describing my dad more than me. He was the music lover. It's kind of why I'm here. He passed away a while ago. I'm sorry.
So you were voted People's Sexiest Man Alive in what, 2010?
Yeah, it was a
How
while.
does it feel to have let yourself go?
Then, when Amelia humorously asks about Ryan letting himself go, she means he's stopped taking care of his appearance and health. It's usually not a compliment. It suggests someone has gained weight, stopped exercising, or generally looks worse than they used to. Of course, she's joking, as is her humor on the show. Check out this other example.
Oh, come on now, Fiona. You know what happens.
Huh? You're tired all the time. You'll start letting yourself go.
Stretch marks. Say goodbye to romance.
Right, just
Yeah.
hanging on by a
Yeah.
thread.
Yeah.
Ryan's response is gold, hanging on by a thread. When you're hanging on by a thread, you're barely managing to survive or maintain something. Think about a button on an old shirt. It might literally be hanging on by a thread, the material used to sew shirts. Here, Ryan's joking that he's barely hanging on to his good looks or former glory. The image is of something so fragile it could snap at any moment.
So in the movie, we have a character named Dogpool, and she won the ugliest dog in the entire UK. It's an actual award given, I guess, by mean people. I don't know, boy, she earned it.
What does boy express in boy, she earned it? It's about a male dog, strong emotion or emphasis, disappointment.
So she needs to lick my, she needs to just explore the inside of my mouth in a scene. And this is that clip.
Fill in the blank. When the presentation went wrong, I was holding it together. When the presentation went wrong, I was barely holding it together.
And this is me barely holding it together.
Sandra keeps most.
So Jules, who's the trainer, tried all sorts of things. There
Jules
was
would walk
dog
up and
food.
just shove anything in my mouth. Like, you lose all dignity when this comes.
But the fourth thing she tried just made me want to vomit and gag. Tell everybody what it was.
Oh, that
you
was
had to...
that was salmon paste.
Complete this expression. You haven't until you've tried skydiving. You haven't lived until you've tried skydiving.
And you know what? You haven't lived till you've had salmon paste on an ice cold day at 8 in the morning. And then had about 2 pounds of Peggy tongue shoved down your throat and right into your uvula. I'm surprised her tail wasn't just sticking out of her mouth, just wagging like this by the end. We made it to 6th base. I mean, that was crazy.
So how much do you bench?
No, not much. All show, very little go.
If someone has all show, no go, they look good but aren't actually capable, are both attractive and talented, prefer talking to doing.
I'm not like
That's part of being a superhero.
No, I'm pretty much out of testosterone, thankfully.
Oh, God.
That shit is gross. Hugh, though, oof, that guy's a beast.
Could you bench me?
Probably.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, he could do a lot of things. I didn't mean like that. I just meant that he could probably lift you places.
That's all I've wanted to have. It's just someone to lift me places. So you were voted People's Sexiest Man Alive in what, 2010?
Yeah, it was a while.
How does it feel to have let yourself go?
What does it mean when someone has let themselves go? They've stopped taking care of their appearance or health.
Right, just
Yeah.
hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
Have the three of you, and I don't want it to be a crass question, but you've been making some money over the years. Have any of you gone a little mad and bought yourself something crazy, or just to treat yourself?
I can't compete with this. Rupert bought an ice cream truck.
I'm not even kidding. He bought an ice cream truck? That is every kid's fantasy.
I know, literally.
No one really does that.